Um, was there ever a time in life where you didn't want to live anymore or thought of harming yourself? Explain. Yes.
Um, Actually, all the time. Um, I think the first time I ever thought about taking my life was when I was probably 13.
Um, Most recently, around this time last year.
And it had to do with me not feeling like I belonged or there was something wrong with me because I was having these feelings that I didn't think Christians had or dealing with things that I didn't think Christians dealt with. So I felt broken.
I didn't get to graduate. Everything just kind of felt uprooted for me. I was in the middle of some drama on my college campus that was just really traumatizing for me, and just not having closure, moving home, and just feeling like a burden.
And to this day, I still randomly will have I'll have days where I don't want to be here anymore, or I don't feel like I belong, or like I will fit in, or sometimes giving up just seems easier than staying here.
On my family, I just felt really bad, and I felt really unwanted, and I knew that there were people around who loved me, but the lie that gets told is that you're not worthy, you're not enough, you'll never amount up to anything, and I was definitely listening to those lies 100%, and yeah, I tried to kill myself.
Has shame ever haunted you to the point of silencing you? When and why? Yes.
When I first started, not necessarily first started going to church, but I was in high school and we were still a part of this church. And they asked me to sing, to lead worship that night. And they didn't.
So I'm gay, and for 22 years of my life, I never said those words out loud, because those aren't words you would hear in the church, and I felt like if I said those things out loud that I was going to be treated differently, I was going to be seen differently, I was going to be hated, I was going to be basically like not loved by the people I thought loved me. This is the one thing that I locked deep in my closet that nobody could ever know about.
She went up on stage and she said, "This is not a show, this is not entertainment, therefore we don't need anyone else to come." And it was right before I was supposed to go up there, and pretty much told me that like I wasn't called to lead worship, to sing worship, to ever sing, and it definitely silenced me. It broke my heart, and it stopped me from singing for a long time. So
The Lord recently gave me the courage to come out publicly, to talk to my friends, talk to my family, and just he's been ridding that shame off of my life this past year, and that's been the most beautiful process I feel like I've ever gone through. So yes. When you were younger, were there any memories that scarred you that you're still healing through?
boy, I don't know if you would call 14 younger. I mean, yeah, because it's younger than what I am now. But I had a cancer scare.
Honestly, it has to do with being gay. I think growing up and hearing things from people that I love the most, from people I was surrounded with, that would say things like, if they were gay, I would not have them to my house. If they were gay, I would not surround myself with them. If they were gay, I couldn't be friends with a gay person. I couldn't have anybody that was gay over to my house for Christmas, for Thanksgiving.
And my mom tried to protect me from it. Like, we would go to the doctor, and she would make sure that that I knew like what was happening, but never like to use the word cancer. There are times where I would go for my biopsies to check the tumors, and oftentimes like she didn't come because she just couldn't handle it, and I understand that. But for me, it made me hesitant to do a lot of things. It made me scared of doctors for a long time.
And even though I know who I am and I'm more comfortable with who I am, those comments are still things that play in my head to this day. There's still things that go through my head because it sucks to be told by the people you love the most that if you were to look different than them, that you don't belong.
I felt like for a year straight, I felt like I'm going to die at any moment because I was so used to seeing people die from cancer and just waiting to hear like just my results or whatnot. And still to this day, I wake up and I see a scar on my neck. And I often put makeup on it because I don't want anyone to see it, where on social media it's like, look at me, like I'm 4 years out of surgery, and it's like, sometimes it's not that big of a deal, and I think I do that to give myself some closure from it. Yeah, I mean, I just found out a couple of weeks ago that I have another tumor, and so 14-year-old Maya feels like she's back, and definitely still processing through that.